All right, congrats.
Thank you.
This is your 22nd number one.
I know, pretty crazy, right?
Can you think about the first number one and what that moment was like, and then tell me the same or difference, the comparison and contrast of 22?
Well, I remember the first one. It was on my first album. It was called Why. It was our second single, and I remember getting the call that it was going number one, and I just remember thinking, my career was pretty young at that point, and I just remember thinking, man, no matter what happens from here on out, I can always say I had a number one song.
Yeah.
And at the time that was such a big thing, and it still is. I mean, here we are, 21 number ones later, and it still is a great feeling. It still feels good, and it's not a given anymore. I mean, you put out a song, it's not a given that it's going to go number one, and so when you get one that does and spends multiple weeks there, that's another good feeling too.
Out on the road right now. Tell me about this tour. What's it been like? You've got Kane out there. You got Carly out there. I know you and Kane have really kind of bonded hard, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of took him under my wing a couple years ago when he was out on the road with us, and I just really kind of hit it off with him.
Yeah.
I feel like he's a guy. He's a lot like me in a sense of, he gets on stage, he does his thing, he gets off stage. He's not a guy that's real, kind of loud and in your face. He's kind of laid back and a little shy and things like that. And so I think a lot of times people kind of don't really know how to take him a little bit. And I just kind of hit it off with him, man. I just, kind of felt like this instant chemistry with him and just really enjoyed having him out and hanging out with him and getting to know him. And, when we would get off the road, he would come over to my house and hang out and just one of those things. It was really cool to see his career kind of take off too. He was out on the road with us when his career really started to take off, and I got to see that firsthand and kind of watch that happen for him, and that was really neat too. So, it's always fun when you kind of get these guys. We kind of took a chance on him. Mm-hmm. When we first decided to bring him out on the road with us, he didn't. When I say he didn't have much going on, he didn't have, hits and things like that. Right. So he was just kind of getting started, and we kind of took a gamble on him and wanted to take him out because we felt like, there was something cool going on, and sure enough, when he was out with us, it just started to happen, and it was cool to watch it.
Good. Okay, last question. Artist of the Decade, 10 million tickets sold, 22 number ones. You got 2 sweet babies at home, beautiful wife, building a new house. Dude, you're at the peak right now. Things are so good for you. Do you take time for yourself to let that soak in?
I try to these days a lot more than I used to. Used to it was a lot of just sort of head down, full steam ahead, right. and just kind of, I was always nervous that if I didn't do it like that, it was all going to go, disappear and go away. Mm-hmm. And in the early part of my career, I probably didn't spend enough time enjoying, the success we were having and things we were doing. And, I kind of learned a lot about that. And, I try to do a little bit more of that these days and realize, how fortunate I've been and, how blessed I've been to have a career, and not only have a career, but to have it last as long as it has so far. I've been in the game now for close to 15 years or so, so that's pretty good. And at this point, I feel like, on a personal side, my personal life, everything is in such a great spot, and it's allowed me to kind of go out and enjoy the playing music side of it again, and just really enjoy going out and not having a lot of other things to worry about over here, so I can go out and really just kind of focus and have fun and, make my records and play my shows and enjoy it. So it's been really cool.
So happy for you. Congrats.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You too.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.